Minfilia's wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? Please be voice acted. Please be voice acted. Please be voice. Damn it! Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you travelled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of a reward, confirming to Thancred that the Scions would benefit from your aid, and no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Dan, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons? Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed the new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Dan, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Dan's deeds spread so quickly that the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Where's my coffee? Tataru? Your reputation precedes you, Master River. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adders has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master River. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amaljar and their dread primal, yours was already a respected name in Uldar. Our people know you and love you well. A man of your talent belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Uldar. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa to the shores of glory. There's nothing going through their head of his. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Uldar. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I can see that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing the addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? Yeah, a fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Dan hear our leader speak, then return here with his I'm ready to decide already. Do I have to do this? We eagerly await your answer. God, I don't want to go flying around all the different cities listening to them go on and on. That's right, it's coffee time. I feel like that too. Shrugging the shoulders. I know full well what adventurers are by their nature, a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service, that's right. But I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of a great power, Dan, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Alright, let's get at. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will need it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations, with Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Dan, and you have the power to shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Dun, dun. What would be even better is if I could just say, hey, don't worry about it. I choose you. That's it. I've already made my decision. I don't need to go and listen to them prattle on. Oh, we're the strongest and the best and da-da-da-da-da. We'll lead our respective city into the future and blah, blah, blah. We're great. Everybody pat each other on the back. I don't need that. I choose you. I don't even care. I want to save Eorzea. That's all I care about. No, Dan, you've got to care. Alright, fine. Tataru. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Dan. I might have sung your praises a little too loud. Oh, it was all your fault, Tataru. And often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where the remembrance service is taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services. The Elder Seed Seer, Kani Senna, will deliver her address at Minketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges, blah blah blah, next you'll need to go to Ordar, where Flame General Ralban al-Din will be addressing the masses of the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Laminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwib Blofuswin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthael, and he will admit you. You got all that? Well, off you go. Then I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Tataru? It's all Tataru's fault. Alright, well, what did she say? Go to Gridania. Alright. Oh! Gridania. Where are you, Gridania? Where are you, Grenada? Oh, there you are, the Black Shroud. Then, yeah, New Grenada. Then we go north. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty then, let's go. Let's go and listen to them prattle on. I'm guessing I went the right way. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Something's not right today, I tell you. Look. Am I actually sprinting? I don't know. It says sprint. Did I bind to that? I mean, did I activate it? Yes. No. No, I didn't. Here we go.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Thank goodness. I mean, sorry. Sorry.
Together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
I mean, thank goodness there's voice acting, not that you lost your son.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Hey, I've seen you. You were on the caravan, you two punks. What are you up to?
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on the
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
Yeah! Seems awkward to just be standing there.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Rama. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. How long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by the Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Which one's which? Can't tell. Alright, so... now we go to the next place. Oh... okay, so where do you want to go now? Uldar. Let's go to freaking Uldar, eh? Return to the steppes of Nald. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yet again, I forgot to just click on the crystal, click on the ether and just go. Don't know why I'm going to the Pugilists Guild. Actually back here, isn't it? Oh, there's the Immortal Flames. They're over there. Dun, 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 dun. Shall we go this way then? All roads lead to the Sultana. Right? Maybe not. Maybe I gotta go and get that lift. Oh no, there's some stairs here. Some stairs here, not there. Around the side, here they are. What? Wait a minute. I went in that way and I came out that way. Where the hell am I? I'm just gonna take the bloody... Gonna click on the crystal. Take me where I'm supposed to be, please. Take me to the place. Alright, Hustings Strip. Up here, the Chamber of Rule. Chamber of Rulers. About 1 meter ones. Some in centimeters, millimeters. Some in inches. Covering everything.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Reborn as well!
Oh my god! It really is!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Reborn!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There. At the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Reborn? People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
Who let bloody Olmo in there? Oh my goodness.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
There he is again!
Meeting you again.
Bloody Olmo! Bloody Oscar the Grouch in here too? Get them all in there. Where's Big Bird? Oh, that's the dude that was talking before. The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldars do not shy from confrontation. If war threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it, so they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they have the coin, resources will be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amujah are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Small wonders, then, that the Mortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flame General struck a chord with you. Why doesn't she ever talk? Who doesn't let her get a word in? Shut up so I can bloody talk for once? I'll let you talk next time. Alright. So we did that one. Now we gotta go to the other one. The Blowfish. We gotta go to the land of the Blowfish. Limsa Lominsa.